Hello, everyone, once again. This is Rob, and welcome back to Media Awareness and another Flower Kings album review of the remastered catalog in comparison to the original. Before I go any further, though, just a reminder to all of you that the fundraiser is still going on for my wheelchair/scooter. For those of you unaware, I am a disabled individual, and I utilize a motorized wheelchair/scooter all day, every day, for my independence. Although I have reached a certain level of the goal that we were trying to achieve, and have been able to solve some of the problems. There are still other problems that need to be rectified before closing out the fundraiser. So any and all support is welcome. If you could please contribute $10 to the spot fund account below, it would be greatly appreciated and it would go a long way. So skip your cafe latte on the way home from work today and donate that $10 to the spot fund account, and it will definitely help out. And for those who have already contributed, I want to thank you all. And for those who plan to, thank you in advance. It is definitely appreciated on this end. So this is the album Paradox Hotel, released in 2006, which I can't believe because I can remember getting this in the mail like the day it was out. And I believe it was actually delivered either the day prior to its release or the day of its release. And this one right here is my original copy. Hang on one second here. There we go. This one is signed by the band. Not sure if you could really see signatures too well, but it's signed by all the members. And on this album, we had Mr. Ryan Schalt on guitar and vocals, Hasse Fromberg on guitar and vocals, Thomas Bodine on keyboards, Jonas Ringel on bass guitar, and Marcus Liliefeld on drums. And he also played on the tour for this particular album as well. I met them all at the New Jersey Prague House in Metuchen, New Jersey at the time. Here is a picture of that with my ex-wife in the picture as well. Although that picture does depict me with the band and my ex-wife Crystal, she and I have remained friends over the years, and she's actually one of my best friends, if not my best friend. And that show itself was just a fantastic show, great memories, and the band were just really down to earth guys, very cool, and it was just a joy to be able to hang out with them. And the staff at the New Jersey Prague House in Metuchen, New Jersey at the time. It has since relocated, but at that point in time, that photo was taken at the Forum Theater in Metuchen, and James Robinson, head of the Prague House, and his staff are just amazing people. They always treat me like gold at any show I go to of theirs. So I applaud them for that as well, and for the hospitality they afforded me, and just the being able to meet the guys and hang out with them and get an insight into the music itself and into the thought process that went into the creation of a lot of the material was really interesting to me, and really enjoyed that a lot. And this album was, when I listened to it when I first got it, I was really uh, quite taken with this album, and over time, it started to actually not hold up as well for me. I don't know if it's because I was hearing a vast back catalog of the band's earlier material in comparison, or whether it just didn't sit well with me as an album. So I took some time, and after acquiring the newly remastered copy, which is right here, the artwork is very similar. There isn't much of differences there. I'm going to show the back now too, and I'll show close-ups as well. Let's see here. Sorry about that. There's the back. And they're both digipack formats, which is real nice. I will show you the interior of this one here, the new one. The original is the original, and that's going back on the shelf because it is signed on the actual cover itself. I didn't think about it when I actually met the guys to have them sign the actual booklet as opposed to the actual exterior rather, cardboard. But when you open it up on the one side, you have a little pouch for the booklet. And if I can get this up here, I can show you. Let's see here. There's the pouch of the booklet, and there is the band at the time. And then we open it once again, and it reveals both of the CDs. And in revisiting this album recently, I have some mixed feelings on this album. I still really love it as part of the catalog itself. However, the album itself, in my opinion, it's not quite as cohesive as the other albums I have covered thus far. It sounds fragmented, if that makes sense. But that being said, it is still a good album, and I think Marcus is a great drummer. He did a great job on this album, and real nice guy. He also played on Ronnie Stalt's solo album Wall Street Voodoo. From my understanding, at least that's what I was told by Ronnie and Marcus when I met them both the second time around at that particular show. So, but Paradox Hotel is one of those albums that, like, the only song that still sticks with me, even after listening to it recently, is the title track, Paradox Hotel, sung by Hasse Fromberg, wonderfully, in fact. Really intense performance of that track. Hello, kitty. That's my little girl. Yeah. But sorry about that. This is really, it's an album that I wish I could say more about. I wish I could say that there were more high points for me, and there are definitely high points throughout the album. Interestingly, this album was actually composed by a majority of the members working together in almost like groups, different individuals collaborating for the first time on Flower King's album, as opposed to simply Royna and Thomas Bodine or or Ryan and Hase. This is more of a group effort, and I don't know if that contributes to it sounding more disjointed to me or not. It just seems like there's a lot of ideas going on. I also think that maybe if this album was not a two CD set, it would have actually benefited the album more so. This is the band's ninth studio album. The, the ninth studio album by the Flower Kings. And they've had several double albums as well. And a lot of times a double album works and a lot of times it doesn't. I do feel that this could have been condensed down to one CD and it would have flowed a lot better in my opinion. That's me. Take it for what it's worth. You might think differently. I just feel that there's it seems to me like there's too much filler on this album for a two CD set. One CD, it would be fantastic in my opinion. But for a two CD set, it's a bit much. It doesn't work. It still does work. Yes, of course it does work. But it it has its sort of points where the album does tend to not not disappoint, but it does linger on certain thematic elements a bit too much before moving along to the next concept or the next idea. So I'm really not sure how I would rate this in my Flower Kings catalog. I do like a majority of the two CD sets that they have put out, but this one is not as high on my list of two CD sets for the Flower Kings. I don't know how I will rate these overall once I'm done, but for right now, a few days late, as we are on August 1st now of 2023, and I was supposed to cover this a couple days ago in July. So this is Paradox Hotel. You'll be getting another Flower Kings um, review at the end of August on the last Sunday of the month. I promise. And that will be the sum of all, the sum of no evil. My apologies. And of course, we have the new Flower Kings album to look forward to in September. You can see my edited review and reaction to the new single in my videos, and you can see all the other Flower Kings album reviews as well of these particular reissues. Now, before I close out this video, what about the remastering and remixing on Paradox Hotel? I never had a problem with the original mix. Once again, the original. I never had a problem with this mix of that album. But in listening to this updated version of the album, there is a certain amount of clarity that is more prominent. Certain instruments are more pronounced. Certain segments are more amplified, if you will, and emphasized. And I do think it benefits the album to have the remastered edition. This is, of course, available on CD, on vinyl, as well as on digital. You can stream this. However, if you want to actually get the full effect of having it, you want to have it in your hand, as I do, proudly. because I'm a true fan of the Flower Kings. So much so that these albums are really coveted in my collection, and I love this band. Like I said in my reaction to the new single, Flower Kings are probably one of my favorite uh, modern day progressive rock bands. And they're very traditional in the sense of harkening back to the classic 70s era, but with modern sensibility. And I I really applaud these guys for continuing that legacy. So once again, the ninth studio album by the Flower Kings, released in 2006 and newly remastered for us in 2023, available on Inside Out Music, with my dog barking and actually coughing. You okay, boy? You okay? Okay. That's my dog Canine, if you're wondering. And yes, he is named after Doctor Who's, uh, the Doctor's dog. Um, just in case anyone was wondering. But here is Paradox Hotel, the CD, remastered, once again, Inside Out Music, and originally released in 2006, now newly remastered in a limited edition form for 2023. Get your hands on this while you can, in your choice of formats: CD, vinyl, or MP3, your choice, or stream it on Spotify, whatever your choice is. And I will hopefully see you all very soon. Once again, at the end of this month, I will be covering The Sum of No Evil, which is sitting in a drawer because it is a birthday gift from my ex-wife and my kids to me. So that is sitting, waiting to be unwrapped and dug into. But I'm being good, I'm respecting that, and I am not touching it until my birthday. However, with all of that stated, I hope you enjoyed this review and overview of the Flower Kings Paradox Hotel, and the comparison between the remastered and the original. Like I said, there's not much difference, just some slight nuances here and there of the sound being marginally enhanced, in my personal opinion. Nothing that makes it all that different from the original, but still an essential part of the Flower Kings catalog, in my opinion. This is Rob with Media Awareness. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.